He's an honest man. He knows what he wants to do. He knows bad is bad, good is good.
You've seen the film clips and heard the hype. Now we'll show you the real story behind the scenes of one of the summer's most talked about movies on Entertainment This Week for the third weekend in June 1990.
Everybody, welcome to Entertainment This Week. I'm Mary Hart, sitting in for a vacationing Lisa Gibbons.
And I'm John Tesh. Dick Tracy is this summer's most talked about movie. The Tracy, Tracy, Tracy commercials have been running nonstop, and now filmgoers are lining up to judge if the movie lives up to the hype. It's understandable if producer-director star Warren Beatty has opening weekend jitters. He's put his heart and soul into the movie. Dick Tracy, our inside story today.
You want me to take a risk? I want you to take a risk.
I told you I'd protect you if you testified.
Protect me?
It's my job.
I don't know about your job. I only know what I feel.
With a fanfare of Tommy guns, Dick Tracy is making the jump from the comic pages to the silver screen. Warren Beatty produced and directed the film and cast himself in the title role of the rock-steady detective.
He's an honest man. He knows what he wants to do. He knows bad is bad, good is good. He'd like to have a family. He doesn't know if he can live up to the responsibilities that it entails. And he's tempted. He's really tempted.
Come here.
Beatty is an Oscar-winning director, and Madonna, who co-stars as torch singer Breathless Mahoney, was Beatty's off-screen leading lady. She says he gave her a lot of guidance.
He understands how nervous you are and how you need your space or you need everybody to be quiet. I mean, he knows what you need because he is an actor.
In one scene, Breathless Mahoney is not supposed to sing well. Madonna says that Beatty helped her to do it badly.
It's hard to do a song badly, which is what I was supposed to be doing in that scene. So Warren was constantly telling me to not do it so good.
I want Dick Tracy dead!
Two of the unsung stars of the film are makeup artists Doug Drexler and John Caglione, Jr. They created all of the special makeup for the gallery of criminals who are out to get Dick Tracy. The two spent months designing the rubber faces of the crooks so that they looked as much like the original comic characters as possible. But when it came to Al Pacino as the head gangster, Big Boy Caprice, well, they let him create his own look after some wild experimentation.
We had a mix and match supply of appliances like noses and cheeks and brows and chins.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, so he said, take him to the trailer and burn him down. Try every nose and every ear and every forehead on him until he's sick of it and he's not interested anymore.
Right.
But the more he did it, the more he loved it.
He loved it.
And he did it for 3 days.
Yeah.
And he came out all excited, you know, and
with 8 different faces,
yeah,
you know, to look at.
Yeah, we had 8
it.
different. It was like playing Mr. Potato Head with Al Pacino.
The pair also says they never knew who they would run into on the set of the film.
I walked by the trailer and we were just past it and I said, I just saw Jackie Onassis. And we stepped back and we looked in Warren's trailer and it was Jackie
Sure
Onassis.
enough.
Yeah.
You know, you never knew who you were going to see. Jack Nicholson.
Gary Hart was there one night.
Yeah.
You know, it was unbelievable. I mean, we were like...
The people on the sidelines were as much a celebrity as the people who were, you know, in the film.
11-year-old Charlie Korsmo plays Tracy's sidekick, the Kid. He says he originally didn't want to do the film because he had just finished another one and wanted a rest. But the 1-2 punch of Warren and Madonna convinced him to do it.
Eventually, they convinced me to come out to Los Angeles for one day to be auditioned by Warren personally in his house. And I ended up being there the whole day, you know, just talking with him. And he called Madonna in, and she made popcorn. And I liked him a lot, and we instantly got along. And I guess he convinced me to do it, because I did.
Remember when we were doing the scene? Perfect, yeah. And I asked you to invent a line, and you said you didn't like the line. What was your substitute line?
As God is my witness, I shall never go hungry again.
The hype and publicity behind Dick Tracy is intense, and now it's up to audiences to make it a hit.
You're all right, kid.
And now we know what Madonna makes for dinner. Beatty got involved with the Tracy film in 1975. It took 15 years plus a big salary cut on his part to bring the movie into theaters. Later in the show, we're going to take you back to the 1930s to meet the creator of the Dick Tracy comic strip.
There'll be a high-rise full of competition for Dick Tracy this weekend. Gremlins 2, the new batch, also opened. And these mischievous critters are starting a big city crime spree that even a super detective will have a hard time fighting. Gremlins 2, the new batch, is about gremlins, lots of gremlins, insidious little creatures that take over a New York skyscraper owned by a Donald Trump type played by John Glover.
Are you trying to panic New York City?
Absolutely not. So the monsters are real? I didn't say that.
The invasion starts with a cute little guy named Gizmo.
What's with that drawer?
It's automatic. It opens every now and then just in case you need something.
As the critters get out of control, the acting job that Glover had to pull off got tougher and tougher.
I had to be one of the gremlins attacking me. They taped my arm down and put the gremlin on it and put a fake arm on me, and I grabbed it like that and had to attack myself, which was some of the hardest acting I've ever had to do.
Despite having to share the screen with slimy and very antisocial co-stars, Glover gives the film a solid rating.
I saw it a few weeks ago, and what I saw was a brilliant social satire that is entertaining on a childlike level, but for adults is total adult entertainment.
Now, was that civilized? No, clearly not. Fun, but in no sense civilized.
Shooting the film with Gizmo and his mechanized buddies was no easy task, but Glover says that during the months of long, hard days, the spirits of director Joe Dante and crew never waned.
Principal photography was about 4 months, and then Joe had to stay and just work with those little creatures for another 3 or 4, and I'd go back and visit, and people would still be laughing and joking and having a great time. Annie went back, too. She kind of fell for little Gizmo, but he wouldn't give her the time of day.
Special effects makeup wizard Rick Baker spent months creating literally hundreds of gremlins for the movie. In fact, it took weeks of delicate airbrush work to create the right shade of gremlin green.
There are more sequels coming this summer, and when we return, we'll take you behind the scenes to meet 2 different kinds of cops.
Coming up next, Nick Nolte likes being teamed up with Eddie Murphy again, and audiences tell why they like this 48 Hours.
And later on, Peter Weller explains why playing RoboCop may be the toughest acting job he's ever done.
The movie box office belonged to another 48 Hours this week. The film earned more than $19 million. Total Recall dropped to 2nd place, and Back to the Future Part 3, Bird on a Wire, and Pretty Woman round out the top 5. Another 48 Hours is a hit at the box office, and it also did well with audiences in our exclusive Movie Track poll. Filmgoers rated the movie in the top 1/3 of the last 100 movies surveyed. 8 out of 10 called it outstanding or above average. There were more men in the audience, but men and women liked it equally.
You want me to go out with you for another 48 hours? Now look, Reggie, this time I promise you it's gonna be different.
3/4 of the audience listed Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte as a reason to see the movie. One moviegoer said Eddie and Nick are the best team.
You got the same car, same clothes.
That's the way I like it. I get attached to things, Reggie.
Other comments were a classic example of what an action-adventure should be and a fun flick.
Want to kiss myself? God.
Some moviegoers were concerned about violence in the movie. One audience member called it too violent, especially for kids.
It's been 8 years since the first 48 Hours, and when production began on the sequel, everybody wondered how Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy would get along. They found that time and success hadn't spoiled the chemistry.
Welcome back, Reg.
Another 48 Hours once again teams up Nick Nolte as the cop and Eddie Murphy as the convict in the sequel to their huge 1982 hit.
Man, how could you leave my car outside all these years? What if somebody stole it?
Yeah, I had an alarm put on it. There. And you just push this blue button right there.
You have no appreciation whatsoever for what's hanging. That's what it is. You don't know that car is fly.
One of the things we've had to do is go back and look at 48 Hours 1 and see exactly, ask the question logically, why did it work?
They blew up my car!
It's a damn shame.
And they're at odds, but they respect the passion for doing one thing, whether it's Eddie and his pleasure for hedonism or Jack and his pleasure to drive to solve the problem. They have that in common, a passion there.
Lots happened since the first one, hasn't it? He was a much smoother Nolte back then.
Since the first 48 Hours, Murphy has become one of Hollywood's biggest stars, but it was pretty obvious that the chemistry between him and Nolte still worked.
After the first scene, there were no questions about it. Eddie came back exactly the same way he was before, and I came back the same way.
The very busy Nolte's next movie will be a family drama set in South Carolina, based on the book Prince of Tides.
Barbara Streisand's going to direct it, and it's a marvelous book. It's a marvelous story, great script, and it's just something you have to do. I'd like to take some time off, but you just have to do it, and if it's there, you have to do it.
Time off for Nolte would be nice. After all, he and wife Rebecca have started a family.
I've got a great little boy named Brawley, and I just don't know why it took me almost 50 years to get a family together. I mean, I was just very foolish about it, but I'm very thankful.
So Nolte did just go to South Carolina to begin work on The Prince of Tides. That movie will be released next year.
There's nothing like a wedding to bring a family together and then tear it apart. That's the premise of Alan Alda's new movie, Betsy's Wedding. But as you'll see in our exclusive movie preview, he plays this family trauma for laughs.
We're actually going to throw these kids the grandest little wedding anybody has ever seen.
Alan Alda is Eddie Hopper, a man determined to give his daughter Betsy a fantastic wedding. Problem is, that's not what Betsy, played by Molly Ringwald, had in mind.
No. I'm going to get them a tent.
Wait a minute. I thought this was supposed to be a little tiny wedding.
Oh, I know, but what can we do? We've got all these people.
Yeah, they've got people, we've got people. No, I'm going to get a nice big tent.
Nor is it something Alda can afford, which forces him to seek help from his shady brother-in-law.
You're my wife's sister's husband. You need money for the wedding, you got it.
Along with everything else, Alda finds himself dealing with the problems all families face, planning the ceremony.
As long as there's no meat.
Honey, listen, these people are going to come, they're going to give you money. Give them the food.
And there won't be a priest.
What the hell kind of a wedding is it without a priest, for Pete's sake?
And with last-minute jitters.
Look, she's going to put us through all this. We're going to lose all that money, and then she's going to wind up marrying him anyway. She loves him.
But somehow, chaos and all, the wedding finally happens.
I wanted your wedding to be something you'd never forget.
I don't think I could ever forget this.
Betsy's Wedding opens on Friday around the country. RoboCop 2 also opens in theaters nationwide on Friday. Later in the show, Peter Weller will be sharing with us the secrets of playing a futuristic cop.
Deaf by Temptation isn't an album by the latest rap group. It's a new horror movie made by a group of black filmmakers who've combined a hip urban attitude with old-fashioned spine-tingling thrills.
Couldn't we lay the soul to rest if we decompose the body with holy water, then cut out the heart while it's still beating and bury it beneath hallowed ground?
Deaf by Temptation stars Bill Nunn, star of Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, and Kadeem Hardison of A Different World. They're buddies who try to save good friend Joel, James Bond III, from the deadly seductions of an evil temptress. The film is a low-budget comedy thriller that Kadeem wasn't too sure would work.
Just as a natural defense, I prepared myself for the worst. I prepared myself for it to be awful, but yeah, now it looks, it's funny.
That woman, and I don't know why you can't see this, man, is crazy.
Kadeem was excited to work with his good friend James, but he wasn't looking forward to filming his first love scene.
I was very nervous the whole time. I didn't want to take nothing off. I didn't want to leave nothing on. I was just like, man, I don't want to do this love scene. Yeah. But I did it, and it came out nice. And he cut it together, and it looks okay. It doesn't look bad.
Overall, Kadeem was pleased with his performance, even though he feels his talents have improved since he shot the film 2 years ago, a fact his true fans should recognize.
Everyone knows I wear the Jordans that are of that time. And in this film, I got on some 87 Jordans. So hopefully my fans are going to say, hey, he must have did this along. Look at them shoes he got on.
Kadeem tips his hat to James for making the film and getting it into theaters, and sees his accomplishment as an inspiration to others.
It's encouraging the directors, you know, black directors, to try because they see it can be done.
Deaf by Temptation is playing in limited release. Kadeem Hardison begins work on his 4th season of A Different World next month.
And gets a new pair of Jordans. Rue McClanahan faces a mother's crisis when we come back.
Golden Girl Rue McClanahan and L.A. Law's Michelle Green are spending their summer vacations together, filming a made-for-television movie. They'll be finishing work on the project this week, and both actresses have been relatively moved by the experience.
Working two.
In the upcoming NBC movie To My Daughter, Rue McClanahan and Michelle Green star as an unusually close mother and daughter who must face the unthinkable when it's discovered that the woman Green plays will die of a brain tumor.
You know, you and I, we've always known what the other one was thinking. Still do.
It's a project most challenging for both actresses.
I knew it would be difficult because I've always thought that the hardest thing to live through would be the loss of a child.
What's so interesting about this character to me is that she's got this huge thing happening within herself that she keeps in check for their sake, you know, which is hard to play.
The life and death intensity of To My Daughter made a little levity on the set necessary and created a bond between McClanahan and Green.
Well, Michelle and I luckily established a very good rapport on the first day, personally, between us.
It's been so easy to work with her. And I mean, aside from my personal rapport with her, which is very nice, you know, and very good, she's a tremendous actress, just terrific actress, so she's a joy to work with.
Both Golden Girl McClanahan and L.A. lawyer Green said they were looking for unique projects to work on during their spring break from their regular series.
I don't want to do any projects where I play some, you know, yuppie lawyer.
I wanted to do something heavy. I wanted to do a drama. And this one certainly did fit the bill.
And although To My Daughter deals with the loss of a loved one, the actresses said there is a message of hope.
It's about reparation. So much of it, you know, of recovery and going on.
It's about getting over grief. It's about paying attention to the living.
It will soon be back to business as usual for both. McClanahan will be on the set of The Golden Girls in August. Court is back in session on L.A. Law July 31st.
The play, As Is, focuses on the struggle of a man diagnosed with AIDS as he comes to grips with his life. But the real story of As Is told in the real life of a cast member who has learned that you don't have to accept life as is.
The guys on the job were up in arms that they were going to expose us to it. I didn't know what to think. I got used to Kenny, though. He wanted to keep working very badly. I think he had a lot of courage.
David Napier plays 4 roles in the play As Is, currently in production in Los Angeles. The play is about a gay man afflicted with AIDS, and ironically, Napier himself has been diagnosed with the disease.
Since I was diagnosed with AIDS as of April 17th last year, it's like I don't have any more fears. I pick up what fears I do have, and I just go and I'm living to the fullest, and I'm going for what I've always dreamed, and the dreams are coming true for me because I've made changes.
Napier had always dreamed of being an actor, so when he found out about his disease, he went and auditioned for the play and got the part.
I used to put them down, the people that had the courage to be up there, because I didn't have any courage and I didn't have any confidence, and I was real negative. And so it's a real healing experience for me to have this opportunity and do all the things we're doing with the play As Is.
The first person I knew who had AIDS was George. I had just seen him at the movies.
Napier is responding well to treatment due to his positive attitude, and he has also started exhibiting artwork and making speaking engagements.
By facing my death, I've learned to live. I was really negative, and I think it's an exception to be. I mean, there's people that have been diagnosed with life-threatening illnesses, and life itself, I think, can be diseased, you know, just life, just, you know, how we handle things and our heart and our head, and getting a balance is important. And it's just tremendous what my life is doing. I'm very thankful.
RoboCop was one of the summer's biggest hits in 1987. Now the cyborg cop is back in a robot-to-robot battle that's sure to thrill special effects fans and to warm the hearts of studio accountants. RoboCop 2 hits theaters nationwide June 22nd, and critics say it has a good chance to be the #1 box office draw. Peter Weller, the man inside the suit, has his own opinion.
I hate to say it because I've heard it so many times, it's going to be huge. It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be big, man, big. You know, it's all these corny Hollywood tripe terms, but I think it's going to be big.
In the film, RoboCop faces planned obsolescence and is